Hi, welcome to another episode. In your workplace right now, someone could be getting paid for hours they didn't work and no one will ever know. Shared logins, body punching, forgotten time cards. It's not just costing companies money, it's cracking the foundation of workforce trust. All time tracking systems were built for convenience, not for truth. In industries where every minute matters, that's a big problem. Imagine a world where clock-ins can't be faked, where your identity, not your badge, proves your presence. Enter Iris Biometrics. Fast, contactless, unmistakable. It's not just a time clock, it's a revolution in workforce accountability. From construction sites to hybrid offices, this tech is transforming how we track time, build trust, and protect what matters most. Stay with us because once you see what's possible, you never look at a time clock the same way again. Workforce management systems are typically viewed as administrative necessities, tools that quietly operate in the background through time clocks, schedules, and payroll processing. But beneath the surface lies a strategic role. They are essential to securing physical work environments and maintaining operational integrity. These systems help organizations answer foundational questions. Who is physically in the premises? When did they arrive? Are they authorized to be there? Traditionally, many organizations have relied on simple, easy-to-use methods like ID cards, pins, or paper time cards. While convenient, these tools are susceptible to misuse. Employees can lend out badges, share access codes, or fill out time cards retroactively. What may seem like minor shortcuts can actually cause significant problems, opening up gaps in access control, compromising audit trails, and potentially violating compliance standards. One of the most widespread issues arising from these weaknesses is time theft. When employees are paid for time they haven't actually worked. While the financial impact of this is well known, the broader consequences are often overlooked. Time theft can create security vulnerabilities, damage an organization's reputation, and even lead to legal trouble if left unchecked. To address these shortcomings as a high assurance alternative to traditional methods, a growing number of organizations are turning to biometric technologies, especially iris recognition and iris face fusion systems. These systems tie access and attendance to the individual themselves, rather than to a token like a badge or password. This shift drastically increases both security and accountability. Despite the availability of advanced technologies, many companies continue to rely on outdated or easily manipulated systems. Most conventional attendance systems accept any input without validating whether the right person provided it. For example, if someone swipes a card or enters a PIN, the system assumes the entry is legitimate, even though the card or code might have been used by someone else. Often misuse isn't driven by malicious intent, but by convenience. A colleague might clock in for a late-running coworker. A shared login might be used during a busy shift. On large teams with high staff turnover or rotating schedules, these behaviors are not isolated incidents. They are embedded in the workflow. Over time, what starts as a one-time favor can develop into a habitual practice. These repeated inaccuracies distort attendance records, inflate payroll expenses, and create friction for managers who must chase down and correct errors. Worse still, they undermine trust between management and staff. The underlying issue is this: most legacy systems are designed to log data, not to verify presence. Once data becomes unreliable, every process that depends on it, from payroll to performance evaluation, starts to unravel. Biometric authentication, particularly iris recognition, offers a fundamental shift from assumption-based to confirmation-based management. Instead of asking an employee to present something they possess, like a card, or remember, like a password, The system uses physical traits that are uniquely tied to the individual, such as their iris pattern or facial structure. This change dramatically reduces the opportunity for credential sharing or falsified time entries. It eliminates practices like body punching when one employee clocks in on behalf of another, and reduces manual entry errors. Time tracking becomes inherently more accurate, and managers no longer have to manually validate or override system inputs. Modern biometric systems are not only precise but also fast and contactless. Identity can be verified in less than 2 seconds, and there's no need to touch a scanner or interact with the device. This is especially useful in environments where hygiene is a concern, or where employees wear gloves or other protective gear. In industries with large mobile or high turnover workforces, such as construction, agriculture, logistics, or manufacturing, this efficiency can have a meaningful impact on productivity. When authentication is seamless and foolproof, operations run smoother and faster. What biometric systems ultimately offer is clarity, clearer records, clearer accountability, and deeper insight into how people move through the workday. Rather than relying on assumptions, managers can make decisions based on verified data. Biometric systems that combine iris recognition with facial recognition, referred to as multimodal biometrics, are particularly useful in environments where traditional systems struggle to keep up. For example, on manufacturing floors, ID badges are often misplaced or damaged, and gloves can interfere with fingerprint scanners. In these scenarios, iris and facial recognition provide a fast, reliable, and contactless alternative to keeping workflows moving without compromising accuracy. In outdoor job sites like farms or construction zones, where staff might change daily or credentials are easily shared, a biometric scan ensures the person present is the one authorized to be there, without needing any additional paperwork or admin follow-up. Even in modern hybrid work models, where some employees work remotely and others are on-site, biometrics provide real-time visibility. Managers can clearly see who is physically present, where they are, and how space is being used, helping inform decisions about scheduling and facility management. The consistency that iris and face recognition bring to such dynamic environments helps reduce errors, increase compliance, and build trust to the data being collected. Most employees want to work honestly, to be paid fairly, and know that their contributions are being accurately recorded. But when systems are vulnerable and easy to manipulate, it erodes confidence. Workers may begin to question the fairness of their treatment, and managers may find themselves constantly resolving disputes over time records. Biometric solutions rebuild this trust by removing ambiguity. When time and attendance are linked directly to a person's unique biometric signature, there's no room for doubt. Employees know their hours are tracked accurately, and managers can rely on tamper-proof data. This leads to smoother payroll processes, more accurate scheduling, and improved morale. Disputes over attendance are minimized, and performance reviews can be grounded in verifiable information rather than subjective impressions or flawed records. In the long run, biometric authentication does more than just streamline operations. It sets a standard for transparency and fairness. By ensuring that workforce data is rooted in truth, organizations foster a culture of accountability and mutual trust. Iris and face biometrics are more than just technological upgrades. They represent a shift in how organizations manage their people. By linking attendance and access to the individual rather than to a shared or transferable credential, businesses can close long-standing gaps in workforce oversight. This technology makes it virtually impossible to fake presence or share access. This leads to better data, stronger compliance, or a fairer workplace for everyone. Payroll becomes easier to manage, schedules reflect real-world attendance, and performance conversations are based on facts, not guesses. Ultimately, when organizations adopt biometric systems like iris and face fusion, workforce management moves beyond a back-office function. It becomes a cornerstone of organizational integrity, providing clear, reliable, and secure foundations for operational success.